Hi Facebook, it's Lexie here. How does saving in gold help you to leave your legacy? That's the topic for today. So today you're watching Lexie Talks Legacy. And we can save in fiat dollars, but because of inflation and the deflating value of the dollar, it's not going to be worth anything in time. It's getting less and less over the years. History has proven that. So today I want to talk to my special guest about saving in gold and how it helps her to leave her amazing legacy. So I'm just going to double check, and mind you, so I'm just going to double check and make sure she's here and she's able to come on. Okay, I don't want that. Okay. So do share this out. If you're watching the replay, just put a little R in the comments. What are you doing to leave a legacy? If you want to share that, do put that in the comments. And also let me know where you're tuning in from. Hey Andrew, how you doing? So again, I'm Lexie, and the topic today is Lexie Talks Legacy. How does saving in gold help you to leave your legacy? Okay, and this to me is really an important topic, and I love sharing this out. Let me just double check and make sure my special guest got her invite and is able to jump on with us. Okay. So before I get to that, it's a beautiful day out. It's about 14 degrees Celsius. It's going to be in the 20s starting tomorrow for the next few days. So I'm really excited about that. I'll be just shooting some go lives from the great outdoors, which is where I love and that's, you all know that. I love the great outdoors. And so the weather is just going to be really conducive to that. I'll probably have a bonfire this weekend, do some yard work, mow the lawn, but that's fine too. Yeah, let me know what the weather's like where you're watching from. So my special guest has a black belt in Kanpar karate, or American Kanpar, I think it's called. It's a form of karate. She is a best-selling author on Amazon. She's a mentor, a teacher, and she's also a breast cancer survivor. So we become friends, and she is just such a strong warrior. I just love her. She has shown me a lot. She has mentored me, and I began saving in gold as she does as well. And it's just such a intelligent thing for me to do. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's a very wise thing. None of us can go out and get a whole ounce of gold, so we are able to exchange our fiat money for small amounts of gold. So that's an exciting part that I wanted to share with you, and I'm really glad I have that access to that kind of flexibility. So that's really awesome. But I want to stay on the topic. How does saving in gold help you to leave your legacy? Now, just a little further information. You don't have to leave your legacy to your kids. You take me for an example. I do not have kids. So who am I going to leave my legacy to? Well, there's lots of people. Friends, other relatives, groups that I support, places I donate to, communities that could use the help. There's lots of places in my community, local community, and around the world where I can, help out and leave my legacy for them. And I think that's just super important. There's a little something I wrote here. I'm going to read this to you. You cannot build your legacy. You cannot begin to build your legacy unless you first acknowledge that you need to do it. I had to wrestle with this. It just didn't occur to me for years. And hey, Michael, thanks for hopping on. Are you still in Hawaii where that volcano is erupting, or did you have to evacuate, or are you safe? How are things down there with that active volcano? Yeah, I don't live by a volcano, so I don't know what that's like, but I've seen the pictures on TV, and it looks like it's getting worse. It doesn't look like it's stopping. So safety is definitely a concern. So definitely stay safe, all you Hawaii people. So for some reason, let me just touch base with my special guest. Doesn't look like she got the notification. There we go. Okay. All right. It takes a little bit, but she's hopping on. So everyone, I just want to introduce you to my friend and mentor, Subira Falomi. And here she is.
There we
Hey,
go.
Subira.
Took a minute, but it got here.
Awesome.
How you
You're
doing?
surprised. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. You said you're surprised?
That's good. Yeah, I was just going to say I was surprised it took about, I don't know, 3, 4 minutes before you got your notification. So it's interesting.
Uh,
But I'm glad you're here. Awesome. Are you having a good Friday?
I am. I am working, but that's what I'm here to do. So that's what I'm doing. Hey, Reese and David. I think I saw. Hey, Lexie is here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sophia. How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
had some questions for me?
I do. I do have a question for you, Subira. So, first of all, thanks for joining me today. This is a pleasure.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me again.
You are welcome. So, everyone, this is Lexie Talks Legacy. So, I'm going to put this question out to Subira that I've asked you as well. So,
Mm,
Subira, we've been talking about saving in gold and leaving your legacy and who to leave it to. I was informing my audience that I don't have kids, and so I still think it's very important to leave a legacy. And the other people you can leave your legacy to is groups, friends, other family, other communities. There's tons of options, lots of choices.
mm-hmm.
Um, to, to be aware that you need to leave a legacy is where it starts, right? And I think it's important that we all do. And I have the opportunity, as well as you, to save in gold and exchange our fiat dollars for small amounts of gold. So we don't have to go out there and buy that whole ounce of gold at one time. We have the opportunity to buy small increments over time, and
Mm-hmm.
which is something that I think is great that we have access to. So just after having said that, Sabira, how does saving in gold help you to leave your amazing legacy?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I think the first thing is that being that the gold is tangible, which always kind of surprised me when I learned that you could actually acquire currency grade tangible gold. And, understanding that gold over time has always, always, I mean, for thousands of years, it's always appreciated. So it's to be able to have it tangible, not a piece of jewelry or something like that. You know, anywhere between like 3 and 35% a year, depending on what year you're looking at. And so it's that alone, just being able to save, hold it somewhere, and for whomever I choose to leave it to, um, is one of the key things for me for legacy building. Um, the second thing is control and ownership. So, other types of currencies, you don't really have any control over it. It's not, I can't just, by the fact that I have it, it's going to go up in value and I can be guaranteed that. Um, other types of currencies, or you're going to be taxed coming and going. You don't have any control. You don't have any ownership. So that's number two. And number three, the fact that it's private issue, right? Meaning no government can step in and confiscate my gold. Now, when you're talking about leaving a legacy, if you, as you know, and some of the people that have watched me in the past know I love history. It's a huge. You don't have to go far to see what's going to happen. I believe things in life happen in cycles. So governments, not just the United States, but governments, period, when war happens, when there's any disruption politically or socioeconomically, if one country overtakes another country, the first thing they're going to do is loot. Right? They go off on the people for looting, which I'm not saying we need to be looting stores and stuff, but what I'm saying is governments loot, and they did it in the 20s, I believe it was, where after the war, they told everybody, come and turn your gold in. They looted the people and have never given it back. So how it's difficult to leave a legacy if you've been saving for years and years, and the government says, if you have this and you don't come bring it in because we minted it, you're going to go to jail, you're going to, whatever the repercussions were. So it was important to me in my legacy building for my family that I have an asset, at least one, that can't be confiscated by the government. So that's how I do it.
And that's great. That's how I'm doing it as well. Control. We've got control over it. At some point before I knew about this opportunity, or this way to acquire gold and save it, I went down to my local gold store and I purchased a little bit of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me just about for my blood.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Driver's license, social insurance number, address, phone number. Do you need a drop of blood? Holy smokes. And so I found out through you, why are they needing all this information and our opportunity isn't asking for our blood?
Yeah,
And
not asking for anything. Yeah.
And then I found out what you just said. They can come in my door anytime they want, take it away, loot me, confiscate my gold. And I said, no, that doesn't work for me at all. I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're always at their mercy because they're tracking you. They've got a tracking device on you, so to speak. And so it was very important to me to have assets, or at least an asset that is where I can literally and truly retain my privacy.
That's
the
important.
government's going to look out for the government. If they need whatever, they're going to make sure that they can make that happen. And it's my responsibility to do that for me and my loved ones. It is not I do not look for the government to take care of me. Not one iota. I don't look for the government to take care of me. I mean, I know you're in Canada, but there are a lot of rollbacks happening, and people are wherever they are with it. That's, to me, it's irrelevant. For me, that's all I can really focus on because it's all that I have control over. But when I look at the repeals that are happening right now in the United States government, where basically whoever gives it to you can take it away, right? So the government gave it to you, and it's minted with a government seal from whatever country. When they get ready to take it and they say you don't bring it in, we know you have it because we have a record of of you acquiring it from us. We can pull the carpet from under your feet, and you have to bring it back in because we need it to keep fighting wars or whatever their agendas are. And I don't choose to participate in that, at least as little as I can, because that doesn't secure my legacy with my family.
And I feel exactly the same way, 100%. What I'm doing needs to secure my legacy with my family and my friends and my
Mm-hmm.
community. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want anyone taking that control out of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome information. Uh, that is awesome information today, Subira. I really appreciate that. Now, if our viewers want to know more and find out more and how they can learn more about this, you have a boot camp coming up in June. What date does that start? And can you give me a little detail, please?
Yeah. So we'll start. It's the Golden Bitcoin Boot Camp, and we'll start June 4th. I need to look at my calendar to see when the last day is because I actually don't know. It's a
No
six
worries.
week. It's a 6 week boot camp. So June 1st through July 9th. Yeah.
Okay,
And it's
everybody.
June 1st to July 9th. I'm sorry, June 4th through July 9th, and it runs for 6 weeks. It's on a Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I am extremely conscientious of time, so we rarely run over. And yeah, it's a 6 modules of some basics that I believe financially it's advantageous for us as private citizens to have for ourselves over our finances. Literacy, yes, but understanding how to protect your family with these simple basics.
Now, viewers, if you want to join us in this boot camp and learn how to protect your family and learn how to save in gold, and to get away from having the government have that control over you and you take control and you've been thinking about doing a big change financially in your life and trying to and wanting to set your life, you and your family financially free, I definitely highly recommend for you to come to our boot camp and join that. Like Subira said, it's 6 weeks, Monday nights, June 4th to July 9th, and 1 hour.
Yeah, and
And there's a
everything's
lot to
recorded.
learn. I've been through it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's
Everything's
recorded.
recorded. So yeah, so if if people aren't able to make it, the replays are of course provided.
Right, which is great. So, viewers, if you want to learn more about this boot camp and sign up for it, please put in boot camp in the comments and I will reach back out to you as quickly as I can. Just write in boot camp in the comments and I'll get you a link and more information for that boot camp so you can join us and you can learn and you can reach your financial goals this year and you can change your life, change your family's life for good. And you know, and really start saving in gold, which is where the power is and your control is. I think this is really important for you. If you're looking for a change, you're in the right place at the right time. So put boot camp in the description and I'll reach back out to you. Well, there's Glenn, there's Cheryl. Hi guys.
Hey, Casey. Oh, Rosemary. Hey, Hazel.
Awesome. Hi Hazel. I'll reach back out to you right after this go live, Hazel. Thank you. Okay, Subira, well, thanks again for joining me today. This has been awesome, really informative.
Absolutely.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
your
me.
time. You're
Sure.
very
Thanks for having
welcome.
me again. And I'm gonna go back to getting everything ready for this boot camp.
All right.
All
Awesome.
right.
Thanks
All right.
again. Have a great day.
All right now. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.